Accessibility testing. It's one of the most complicated part of quality engineering. It's a completely different domain, different standard, different rule. You struggle to understand what WCAG, WCAG actually means. You struggle to test if your site is compliant. Your team struggle to learn it while shipping the features and reporting it to executive. Good luck explaining area labels to your VP. It's time consuming, it's overwhelming, and if you are struggling with this, you are not only one. 95% of the website fail basic accessibility test. But what if there was an easy way to tackle this challenge? A tool, a server, a utility that bridges the gap between tester, developers, and executive? Hello friends, this is Raj Upadhyay. If you are looking for the solution, let me take you through what I have built to solve this gap. I have come up with an innovative accessibility MCP server, which is a one single click install in Visual Studio Code. It supports the different MCP clients like Cloud, Gemini CLI, and other available MCP clients. So it's easier to install. So the thing which you have to do is you have a simple project or your folder open into Visual Studio Code. With that, if you come to our NPM package Democratize Quality Accessibility MCP page, if you go through our documentation, there is a link. So if you click on this link, it will automatically start configuring the Visual Studio Code Accessibility MCP server into Visual Studio Code. So if you click on install, and if you want to see your configuration, you come here. It already configured and installed the server for you, which is already running. It comes with 12 tools. So now you are ready to directly jump into execution mode. So for this demonstration purpose, we will be scanning the 3 different pages, and then we can identify those pages differently with a different name. So we are giving them a useful name. So for an example, the basic Google search page, I'm giving it's like a home page. Then another page which I am giving a name of doodle page, and then the last page is like about page. And then I am asking that it should generate and give me a WCAG AA level accessibility compliance report. And at the end, I want to end the scan so that I can get the report. So with that, let's copy this prompt and let's go back to our Visual Studio Code and paste this prompt here. And if you run it, it should start running the scan. Let's see what it brings for us. It brings the page and then it starts scanning it. So as you can see, it has scanned. Now it is looking for the keyword navigation. So let it complete. Once it is done, you can see those runs over here. And then once it's run, now it moves to the next page and it will perform the same action. A compliance check, followed by the keyword navigation or the tab ordering, tab indexing check. It is navigating it. So once it's done, now it's time for keyword navigation. It's done. Now it will move to another page. It is gonna do the similar kind of interactions. So let it finish that. As you can see, though we are knowing the basic of accessibility testing, but what are the other compliance? Based on those compliance, what are the different checks? What are the indexes? Finding the issues. Otherwise, we have to go through a manual process. We have to go through and look at the different aspects, but the tool is doing for us. So it has generated the report, and after report, it is asking me to just stop the scan so that it can give us the final recommendation. So once that is done, so we can see it has generated a report. So let's look at this report. So this is the core of this tool. So let me copy the path for the report and let's quickly navigate to the report, what it has bring for us. As you can see on the page, so it shows us overall compliance percentage and a verbose to explain how the site or website looks, and then a quick test statistics, how many pages it has scanned, how many total violations it has found, and how many total tests it has passed. And then it also shows us the different categories of the severity: critical, serious, moderate issue, and the breakup of those with the definition of those criticalities. And based on those criticalities, You can also see some of the remediation guide, how you should be identifying the issue, what should you be doing by applying the fix, what is the third step, which is test and validate. And if you found the issues, what is the recommended guideline to fixing those issues based on their severity or the priority. If we come back again on the summary page, so if we scroll down, so it also gives us a page-wise breakup. And as you remember, in the prompt we have given a meaningful name, so those names being appearing, which we can kind of relate, and the URLs of those pages are also there, and the breakup of each page is based on their compliance report. So with that, let's quickly look at the page details first, or before going into page details, it also gives us some legal compliance. So in the legal compliance, it also tells us, okay, based on the locality or the network where you are scanning, so it identify your locale. So if you are running it from US, it will show you the US guideline. If you're running from Australia, it will show you the Australian guideline, because now I am in New Zealand, so it is showing me the New Zealand guideline. But if in the prompt, if you say the specific country name, so this scan will be dedicated for that country risk and compliance is in terms of accessibility. So with the page details, you can see the breakup of the pages. So let me quickly take you through those. So it capture if your bringing area role should be appropriate for this particular element. So if you want to see where those elements, you can see those, zoom in or element wise exceptions as well. And if you want to test it manually, because you don't know how to test it or how you want to validate it, so it will give you a step-by-step testing guidelines as well. And if you want to learn it more, so if you click on this, it will take you to the official pages of DQ, because I'm using the X tool behind the scene for running the scans, and then it will show you the details. So it will helpful not only for reporting the bug, but for developers to fixing those bugs as well. And then now let's go and come back to the another part, which is keyword navigation. In keyboard navigation, it will show you how much we are compliant in terms of the keyboard navigation, how many pages we have tested, how many issues, and how many pages with the issues. So let me quickly take you through the home page. The home page, tab order, tab indexing looks absolutely fine. So it says all the user who want to use the keyboard, they are able to use those. And then you can also see the ordering of your tab index as well. Then the another thing is, when we are tabbing, so it should also put an indicator around those elements, so that we can see where we are in terms of navigating. If that's not the case, then it may be an issue. So here we see it has reported 5 legitimate issues. So if you go scroll down, you see there are certain buttons or text area where you are there. It is not showing the highlighted text. It may confuse user. And then below it, if there are issues, it highlights the business impact and affected users. So which gives us a more impact of those tests or those checks around accessibility testing. And then if you want to test it manually, replicate issues, you can use manual testing steps for doing that. So this is the basic concept, basic outcome, and the reporting of this MCP server. You can also do manual scan with just using the natural language prompts, and then it can give you the results. With that, this tool should be helpful for us who are learning the accessibility testing. This way you can learn while you are doing the scanning. And if you have more inputs, more ideas, please drop the comments. I will come back to you. With that, happy testing and happy learning.